While competing for a spot in the 2022 Sanderson Farms Championship, Wesley Bryan made an unfortunate mistake and was given a 4-stroke penalty. What was the reason? Having too many clubs in his golf bag. The champion, with his humor, handled it very well, but ultimately it lost him the opportunity to advance in the PGA Tour. Let's look at how Bryan accepted the rare 4-shot penalty and why it's a big deal. Starting off, Wesley Bryan made a rare mistake. Now, when we say a rare mistake, we really mean it, because it's not every day that you see professional players making a mistake like this one. The winner of the 2017 RBC Heritage had hoped to compete at the Country Club of Jackson, but as he competed for one of the 4 qualifying spots, it was discovered that he had 2 7-irons. As confirmed by a video posted by PGA on Twitter, he was holding a 7-iron that was not his usual club. When he realized it, Bryan chuckled as he threw his head back, stating, "That's the wrong 7-iron. You can go ahead and add 4 to my score, boys." Gotta give it to him for handling the whole situation with humor. It's a big deal because this meant 4 penalty shots. The problem was that Bryan was carrying 15 clubs since, in addition to holding the incorrect club, he also had the correct one in his bag. That translates to a 2-stroke fine for each hole where the violation occurred, or in Bryan's instance, a total of 4 strokes. Bryan, however, took the news very well and laughed about his misfortune rather than being depressed over the discovery. He remarked before getting ready for his tee shot, "Can you imagine if we were like 4 or 5 under at this point?" He then made a shot that clearly didn't impress him. In response to that, the 32-year-old again stated, "Maybe I should have hit the other 7-iron." Bryan didn't turn in his card at that time, so it's not known what his score was at the time. The course record, however, was presumably not in jeopardy. Moving on, the rule is simple. You must not have more than 14 clubs. The Golf Rulebook's Rule 4.1b covers this annoying regulation. The 14-club limit was adopted by the USGA and R&A in 1936, and it went into force in 1938. Since then, it has been enforced, giving golfers pain every year. But have you ever wondered why there's a 14-club cap? Although no one really knows for sure, it has been speculated the most typical set makeup at the time was 4 kinds of wood, 9 irons, and a putter. That's 14 in total. In match play, carrying more than 14 clubs results in a maximum 2-hole penalty and hole loss. Bryan has assessed a penalty of 2 strokes per hole in stroke play. Up next, the RBC Heritage winner wasn't the only one who found humor in the penalty. Yep, as expected, there was a lot more to come. Wesley's brother, George, amusingly tweeted, "Fire the caddy," using his Twitter account. The caddy was Matt Akins, who first entered the qualifier as a competitor but withdrew after 10 holes. Shortly after, he took up looping responsibilities for his friend Bryan. Atkins was also the one who caught the error right away, but unfortunately, it was too late. There were simply too many clubs in the golf bag. When he counted and added them up, the two discovered that there were a total of 15. Jeez, we hope he doesn't get fired. After the humorous footage was uploaded on Twitter by the official PGA Tour account, fans debated whether the golfer or the caddy was at fault in the comment section. Bryan was ranked as high as 37th in the world after winning the 2017 RBC Heritage and 3 championships on the Korn Ferry Tour, along with his brother George. He has also gained a devoted following for his trick shot creativity. Well, we're glad something came out of all this. Moreover, Bryan actually paid a high price for it. We couldn't help but chuckle. Even Bryan himself laughed it away, but the man had to pay the price for it. He was not one of the 5 players who shot a 5 under 67 to progress for a 5 for 4 playoff. He ended up on the leaderboard under the did not complete section. Alejandro Tosti, Ben Silverman, Quade Cummins, and Cole Hammer all got through to the event at the Country Club of Jackson, which was won by Sam Burns last season. These 4 players came through a playoff on Monday, which included 5 players. Reen Gibson, who's made more PGA Tour starts in his career than his competitors, was the unlucky participant to miss out. Bryan hasn't participated in a PGA Tour event since failing to make the cut at the Wyndham Championship 2 months ago. The 32-year-old struggled to find form throughout last season. Lastly, Mackenzie Hughes overcame his own consistency. He was able to defeat Sepp Straka in a walk-off birdie to win the 2022 Sanderson Farms Championship. To enter the playoff, Hughes battled to a 69 in regulation that included a brutal up and down at the 72nd hole. He capped the round with an early fist pump that turned out to be on target. The victory, which was Hughes' second on the tour, shattered the winless streak of 155 career starts. Hughes completed the victory that had been so elusive by taking advantage of some excellent tee to green play. The par saves were truly amazing, while the hole-in-one on the 72nd hole was challenging. The up and down from a greenside bunker on the opening hole of the playoff was as just, should we say, delicious. In other news, Sergio Garcia was fined for skipping the BMW PGA. There go the chances of competing in the Ryder Cup. Garcia received a substantial fine for failing to explain why he withdrew from the BMW PGA Championship after the first round last month. To support his withdrawal, Garcia had to give emergency reasons or medical circumstances judged reasonable, according to the European Circuit's rules. Fine amounts are not disclosed by officials. Following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, the play was suspended during round 1 at the BMW PGA, and there was no play on Friday at Wentworth Club. The competition was cut down to 54 holes, but when the second round got underway, Garcia also seems prepared to abandon his membership in the DP World Tour. This season, he has only competed in the Dubai Desert Classic, BMW International, and BMW PGA. 4 competitions are required to keep membership active, including 3 Rolex Series contests and a contest in Garcia's country of residence that he hasn't yet participated in. If Garcia lost his European membership, he would not be qualified to play at the Ryder Cup. Sergio has 14 career victories and lifetime membership on the European Tour, so he may continue to compete in DP World Tour events, but won't be eligible for Ryder Cup points next year. We are not sure whether he anticipated that or not. Next, Jack Nicklaus is worried about the PGA Tour's future. What could be the reason? Well, the newly elevated tours and big purses. The well-known retired golfer is as interested as everyone in how the new PGA Tour schedule will function. It now includes Players' Championships 25 million purse and 20 million purses at 10 enhanced tournaments, and the majors' plans are not even included in that. His main worry is that it will effectively result in 2 tours. According to Nicklaus, the PGA Tour Commissioner, Jay Monahan, has a little work to do to figure out how to make it work. The new schedule, which will begin in 2023, will include 12 elevated events in addition to the majors and the Players' Championship. The best players of the sport have also agreed to participate in at least 20 tournaments. 8 events have already been announced, while further events will be announced later. Nicklaus is more worried about the Honda Classic, which has recently gone unnoticed by major players. Whatever reservations he may have, it's important to note that he still supports the PGA Tour. Lastly, Tom Kim matches Tiger Woods' record of 26 years. Kim won the first place award at the Shiner Children's Open on Sunday after defeating 2021 FedEx Cup winner Patrick Cantlay in a head-to-head contest. At the age of 20 years and 3 months, he earned his second PGA Tour victory. When Tiger Woods was half a year older than Kim is now, he achieved a similar feat at the Walt Disney World Golf Classic in 1996. Born Kim Joo-young in Seoul to former professional Kim Chang-ik, the golfing prodigy has been compared to Woods on more than one occasion by fans. Kim will continue full steam forward as a full-time member of the PGA Tour. This comes following his most recent triumph after outstanding performances at 6 tournaments, including top 50 finishes in both the US and British Opens. He will play in the FedEx Cup playoffs the following week in order to qualify for the PGA Tour Finals in August. An interesting fact about Kim is that his nickname, Tom, comes from the beloved children's television character Thomas the Tank Engine from Thomas and Friends. There is some resemblance, right? Do you think such a rule that penalizes players for carrying an extra club should exist in golf? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.